Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome back to the Glow Pilates Studio channel. I'm Julia, and thanks for joining me for this 30-minute full-body reset Pilates workout. In today's class, we'll be focusing on fine-tuning our deep muscle work. Let's begin with a warm-up for our upper body. Please feel free to stay seated or standing for this portion. Reach your arms out to the side like the letter T. Drop your shoulders, and let's begin by simply rotating your palms up and then down. Breathing naturally, work at your own pace, finding your best range of motion inside your shoulder sockets. Start to feel your muscles activate around your shoulder blades. And start to bring your belly button towards the spine as you continue. Pause with your palms facing up, pick a direction, and come into some small circles. Think of circling your shoulder sockets with your fingertips while continuously pressing your shoulders down. Reverse those little circles and continue to breathe. Let's pause and repeat the palms flipping up and down, maybe finding a little bit more range of motion, and definitely starting to feel all the muscles around your shoulders waking up. Pause with your palms facing down, pick a direction, and revisit those small circles. And reverse the direction. Beautiful job. Let's reach those arms forward. Inhale, pull the elbows behind you, and exhale, reach the arms forward again. Pull the elbows back and reach forward. Try to pull your elbows back as far as you can go without the shoulders hiking up towards the ears. Last set. And let's take it into a deep shoulder stretch. Reach your arms behind you. Clasp your hands. Arch your chest and look up. Slowly wave your ribs down onto your thighs and allow your shoulders to roll forward towards your ears. Gently release your arms and round your spine up. Once again, reach your arms behind you. Clasp. Inhale to look up and arch. Exhale, slowly wave down and try to reach the arms further above your head. Gently release the arms and restack for your final set. Feel free to pause a little bit longer wherever it feels good to you. Let's continue waking up the spine and shoulders with some cat and cow backs. Come down onto hands and knees. Arch your spine and look up. Exhale, round your spine and look into your belly button. Inhale, arch to look up. Exhale, round and see your navel. Let's go for a couple more, starting to wave and articulate through the spine a little bit deeper. Scoop your belly to your spine and pause in your cat back. And take your rib cage into a circle towards your right. Inhale for the first half of the circle. Exhale through the second half. Keep going at your own pace and feel free to soften the elbows anywhere that feels good to you to get a little bit more range of motion. Let's reverse those circles. Inhale to the left. Exhale through the right. One last circle, and we'll come back into your neutral spine for a nice deep twist. Open up your right arm to the ceiling. Inhale to twist past your vertical line. Exhale, thread this arm underneath your left, setting your ear, cheek, and shoulder to the floor. Look up to the ceiling, press away from your left arm, and breathe. When you're ready to recover, slightly sit your hips back, reach the right arm open to the ceiling again, and enjoy a slow circle down towards the floor. Let's take it into your left side of the twist. When you're ready to recover, sit your hips back slightly, reach this left arm back up to the ceiling, and enjoy your circle back and down to the floor. Pass through your child's pose. Sit onto your heels and slide your fingertips more forward. Keep your hands where they are as you round up through the spine again. Shift into your arms and drop the hips for your swan. Come back through your cow back into your child's pose. Let's inhale, round your spine to shift forward. Drop the hips and look up. Exhale, arch your spine to sit back. Let's go a couple more times, waving deeper through your spine, finding a little more flexibility through your lumbar region. Be ready to hold your next swan pose. Tuck your toes and lift your thighs off the floor for up stretch. Slowly hinge your hips back into downward dog, pressing your heels into the floor. Take a few breaths here to slowly march, bending one knee at a time, and start to feel the length through the backs of your legs. When you feel relatively even, let's raise both heels off the floor, rise high up on your toes, and drop both heels down. Inhale, rise to the toes. Exhale, drop the heels. Let's go for one more set. And when you're ready, stay up on your toes to soften your knees back down to the floor, coming back onto all fours. Stack your shoulders over your wrists or fingertips, and let's come into some tricep presses with our parallel elbows. Inhale to bend your elbows parallel. Exhale to press back up. Continue at your own pace, doing your very best to keep your spine neutral and your shoulder blades from pinching. As much as possible, try not to hinge in your hips. Stay forward over your fingertips as much as you can. Let's just go for a couple more tricep presses. I know you're feeling your shoulders and your triceps at this stage. And we'll finish off with an elbow plank. Bring your elbows down to the floor, step your feet back, and try to lower your hips to the level of your shoulders. We're just going to breathe for 4 deep breaths, bringing the belly in towards the spine and lifting out of the shoulders. Well done. Take a moment to pass through your child's pose on your way to sitting up. Come into a seated pose with your feet out in front of you and knees bent. Take behind your knees and exhale into your C curve. Inhale, use your arms to help you restack your spine. And exhale to your C curve. Let's go for a couple more sets, scooping the belly in towards the spine. Hold on to your next C curve and release your arms, reaching forward. Let's take 4 breaths right here, dropping the shoulders further down, scooping the belly deeper to the spine and anchoring your feet on the floor. Inhale to raise your arms up. Exhale, reach forward. Continue. You decide exactly how high to raise your arms to challenge your abdominals, but try not to let this affect the posture of your shoulders. Just a couple more arm raises. Take behind your knees, restack your spine, and add a little arch of the chest to inhale. Exhale, come back to your C curve. Let's now open the arms wide to the side. And exhale, close. Open wide and close. Again, you decide how wide to open your arms, as long as the rest of your posture is not affected. Just one more. Take behind your knees again. Inhale, arch your chest, look up. Exhale, come back to a deeper C curve. Now let's combine those arm movements, alternating raising the arms and opening them wide. And maybe you can start going a little further in your movement. Just a couple more sets. We're going to hold on to your C curve, reach your arms towards the ceiling, and start to add a twist. Let's twist to your right, tap down on your mat, inhale back through center, and twist left. Do your best to twist from your rib cage and from the obliques rather than just from the arms and shoulders. One more set. Nice work. Take behind the knees, restack your spine, inhale into your arch one more time, and exhale back into your deepest C curve so far. Release your arms and let's come into some little pulses. Think of exhaling back an inch and inhaling forward an inch. Try not to let your feet leave the floor and keep pressing your shoulders down. Take your last pulse into a roll down all the way onto the floor. Circle your arms wide through the side and roll right back up to sitting. Inhale, arms reach up to the ceiling as you roll down. And exhale, circle the arms wide to help you roll up. Let's go for a couple more, like so. You always have the option of bringing your hands behind your knees to help you roll up. Now let's reverse our arm circles. We roll down, open the arms wide. Inhale, circle arms overhead, and exhale to roll up, reaching the arms forward. Do your best to maintain the same speed in your roll downs and your roll ups, so you don't use momentum to come back up to sitting. Just a couple more sets. Nice work. Let's scoot forward a little bit on your mat. Make some space behind you so you can prop yourself up onto your elbows and forearms. Once you're nicely lifted out of your arms and shoulders, bring your legs into tabletop, and we'll do our best here not to let the low back arch. We're coming into some single toe taps. Inhale, tap your toes down. Exhale, come back to tabletop. Try your best not to let your knees bend more. Think of hinging your thighs away from your body. Start to scissor your legs simultaneously. Let's exhale, tap, switch tap, switch tap, switch tap. Keep going. And last 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Come back up to sitting. Restack your spine for an inhale and roll all the way down onto your mat with your exhale. Hug your right knee all the way into your chest and allow your left leg to rest on the floor. Breathe into your deepest hip crease. When you're ready, open your right arm out to the side and let your left hand pull your knee all the way across into a deep supine twist. Let's take a couple of deep breaths, 2 shoulders resting on the floor. And with your next exhale, come back to center. Hug this knee now to the right side of your rib cage. Pull it up towards your shoulder, and then release to switch sides. Let that left arm open up. Pull your knee across with your right hand. Try to keep both shoulders firmly on the floor as you take a couple of breaths. Use your abdominals to come back to center when you're ready, and bring this thigh to the left side of your rib cage. Pull up towards your shoulder. And release. We're coming into an abdominal series next. Bring your right knee back in towards your chest. Bring your left hand on top of this knee, right hand on your ankle. Come into a head curl and hover that left leg off the floor, and then switch sides. Switch and switch. Let's use your exhale as you switch sides, and think opposite hand on opposite knee. Stay up in your head curl. Bring 2 knees into your chest. Extend both arms and both legs. Circle the arms and hug those knees in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug it in. Just a couple more. Do your best not to arch the low back or drop the head and shoulders. And let's lower the head just for a breath. Exhale, come back into your head curl, straightening the legs and taking your top ankle. Give this leg 2 little pulls before you switch. We pull, pull, scissor, and pull, pull, scissor. Focus on the length of your hamstrings and on the stability of your head curl. We're going to keep that scissoring action of the legs going, but now begin to pulse the upper body towards the leg. We pulse, pulse, scissor. To the leg, switch. And one more set. Hug those knees in and lower your head down for a breath. Come right back up into your head curl. This time, support your head with your interlaced hands, and let's finish off with our crisscross. Bend your right knee, twist towards it, and exhale, switch. And switch. And switch. Keep going, twisting towards each knee, and doing your best to keep both shoulder blades as far off the floor as you can. Let's continue a little bit faster. We exhale, switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Hug those knees into your chest for a moment and use your legs to help you rock and roll up to sitting. Let's transition to lying on our front for our final portion of class. Stack your hands, rest your forehead on top, and straighten your legs all the way so your kneecaps are not touching the floor. Exhale to lift your right leg as high as you can go and lower. Exhale, lift the left leg and lower. We're lifting our legs from the hamstrings and glutes without softening the knees. As you keep going for a few more arabesque lifts, try your best to keep your lumbar spine as long as possible by scooping your belly in towards your spine. Stay lifted in your right leg, bend your knee, and flex your heel towards your sitting bone. Extend right back out and point your toes. Bend the knee, flex the foot, extend and point. Let's inhale to bend and exhale to point. 2 more hamstring curls on this side. Keep this knee bent and heel flexed, and we'll take it into some pulses. Pulse the heel higher up to the ceiling from the glutes and hamstrings. Exhale to pulse and pulse. Keep going. Lower this leg down and we'll continue directly onto the other side. Lift your left leg off the floor. Bend your knee, flex the foot, extend and point the toes. Inhale to bend, exhale to extend. Keep going for a couple more sets, doing your best not to let this thigh drop. And let's take it into our heel pulses towards the ceiling from the glutes and hamstrings. Exhale to lift and lift and lift. Keep going. Beautiful job. Set your foot down, slide your feet out towards the corners of your mat, and lift your chest, bringing your arms out to a goalpost position. Slightly lower your chest as you reach the arms forward, and then lift the chest, pulling the elbows back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull back and lift. Try to keep your shoulders pressing down here so you can really access your lats. Stay up in your next chest lift. Straighten your arms, reach back towards your feet and lift a little higher. Lower the chest halfway, sweep the arms wide to the side. Inhale, reach back and lift. Exhale, lower halfway. Imagine I'm pulling your wrists towards your feet every time you lift. Add both legs in, hover them off the floor. Everything lowers halfway and everything lifts together. Keep going for just a couple more sets. Well done. Let's take it down to the floor for our final exercise. Bend both knees. Connect both heels. Make a little diamond with your legs. Hover both thighs off the floor, and let's come into some double heel pulses. Exhale to lift from the glutes and hamstrings. Last two. And lower those legs down. Pass through your child's pose. Let's finish off our class with a deep stretch. When you feel ready, come into your downward dog. Find the distance between your hands and feet that allows you to drop the heels all the way into your mat. Take a couple of breaths, reaching your ribs towards the thighs. And when you feel ready, step your left foot forward between your hands into your runner's lunge. Keep your back knee very straight and add a little shift back and forth. You should feel a deep stretch through your right hip flexor here. Pause in your next shift back, drop your back knee, untuck your toes, and place one or both hands onto your front knee. Breathe into your deeper hip flexor stretch as you press your hips forward and lift the chest. Set your hands back down, tuck your back toes again, and let's pike your hips with two straight knees into a parallel second position. Grab hold of both ankles and pull your ribs closer to your thighs. Bend both knees as you take an inhale, and exhale, straighten both legs to hang even lower with your head. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, straighten and hang lower. One more time to find your longest hamstrings. Take a moment to swing over to your right foot and let's come into your right runner's lunge. Very straight back knee takes you into your shifts back and forth, finding your left hip flexor stretch. Pause in your next shift back, drop your back knee, untuck your toes, and place one or both hands onto your front knee. Try to keep pressing your hips forward, lifting the chest and scoop the belly in towards the spine. Set your hands back down onto the floor, tuck your back toes, lift your hips, and come back into that parallel second position. This time, grab hold of one ankle with both hands. Pull your ribs as close to that thigh as you can, and soften your opposite knee just enough to deepen your inner thigh stretch. One more breath, and then straighten both knees to switch to the other side. Pull your ribs to this thigh. Soften your opposite knee just enough to deepen your stretch. 2 more deep breaths. Let's finish off with a deep hip opener. Set your hands on the floor. Bring your legs into some turnout and bend your knees. Press your elbows out into your knees or inner thighs and give yourself a little shift side to side. Either keep going or narrow the space between your heels and come into prayer with your hands so you can press your elbows deeper out into your knees. Take one more deep breath of whatever you're choosing to do. And release. Thank you so much for joining me in this class. I hope you feel reset and refreshed for the rest of your day. If you like this workout, please consider giving this video a like, and please consider subscribing to this channel for more future content. Thank you again, and see you in the next one.